Yeah, well, looks like Van Gogh a little. Who was first?
And Carl Schmidt-Rottluff. Later, Emil Nolde and Max Pechstein also joined the group. Die Bruck is considered one of the pioneering movements in the development of Expressionism, which sought to depict raw emotions and subjective experiences through art. The artists of Die Bruck rejected traditional academic styles and instead embraced bold, vibrant colors and innovative techniques. They were influenced by the works of Vincent van Gogh, Edvard Munch, and African and oceanic art, among others. Their goal was to break away from established artistic conventions and to create art that expressed their inner emotions and the world as they experienced it. Here are some of the most famous artworks of this period. The subjects of Die Bruck artworks often focused on urban scenes, landscapes, portraits, and nudes. They frequently depicted city life, social issues, and the human form, presenting them with distorted perspectives and intense colors to evoke strong emotional responses from the viewer. Die Bruck held a few exhibitions during its existence, but the group disbanded during World War I in 1913. However, its impact on modern art and the Expressionist movement was significant, influencing subsequent generations of artists and shaping the course of modern art history. And with that, we bid farewell to the captivating world of Die Bruck, forever grateful for their pioneering spirit and enduring legacy in the art world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for more inspiring content. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, keep exploring the beauty of human expression through art.
I can't really hear you in the clip of the past. I can hear you. What are you saying?
Hey there, curious minds. Welcome back.
Yeah, I want to go back to the video I was watching before.
Can you notice loneliness? The artists connected to these two groups defined the style of Expressionism in art.
Watching before.
So let's talk about Die Brücke, or The Bridge, created in 1905. The Bridge was founded by artists Carl Schmidt-Rottluff, Fritz Bleyl, Erich Heckel, and Ernst Ludwig Kirchner. The name of the group was taken from the writings of the famous German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, who famously wrote, "What is great in man is that he is a bridge and not an end." And this artistic bridge of our expressionists was supposed to represent a path between the present and the future, and a path between the artist and the viewer. These expressionist artists showed what it was like to live in a modern city with all the angst that this life could carry with it. Like in Kirchner's 1908 work Street Dresden, we see a crowded street city that screams intensity. And the bold colours Kirchner used helped make the scene seem even more extreme. The sidewalk is painted pink, and we can assume that it probably wasn't pink in real life. The same goes for the faces of the two women. They also often portrayed nudes, but in a new, modern way. The poses in these often sexually charged images seem casual and natural. Expressionists, lying in a slightly including Fauvists or Cubists, the German expressionists were inspired by non-Western art that was known as primitive art. Kirchner was inspired by the art created by the native artists of Africa and Oceania that he saw at the Ethnological Museum in Dresden, while Emil Nolde, another member of the Bridge, also visited the Ethnographic Museum in Berlin frequently. Unfortunately, the Bridge group was short-lived and it disbanded just before the start of World War I. Now, let's travel to Munich, where Der Blaureiter, or the Blue Rider, was born. The Blue Rider was active from 1911 until 1914, and it was founded by the famous Russian artist Vasily Kandinsky. The name of the group was inspired by a frequent motif we see in Kandinsky's works, a horse rider. Horses were also seen in works of another Blue Rider member, Franz Marc. The group consisted of two other Russian artists, Alexei von Jawlensky and Marianne von Werefskin, and German artists like Paul Klee and August Macke. Kandinsky, who had the gift of synesthesia, wanted to explore the ways in which music affected spiritual states, so he started painting visual equivalents to music by abstract in the works of artists Oskar Kokoschka and Egon Schiele. Schiele, in particular, was mentored by none other than the famous Austrian artist Gustav Klimt. Focusing mainly on portraits and self-portraits, Schiele often showed the problems of the psyche, the anxiety of the individual, and raw sexuality that was considered shocking. We can notice all of these things in his painting called Seated Male Nude from 1910. In what happens to be a self-portrait, we see an expressive, intense, almost disturbing idea of one's body. Another Austrian painter connected to Viennese Expressionism was a man called Oskar Kokoschka. Kokoschka also...
Kokoschka. It's a funny name.